Hi, you all wonderful ladies and gentlemen, and girls and boys, and aunts and uncles, and grandmas, and whoever's out there. I've done this on a video once before, but it's been about 4 or 5 years ago. And but since we're working with boxes this month in our challenge, I said, well, maybe I want to do make just a box. Our challenge is to alter a box, but this is if you don't have a box and you want to make a box, you can make this box. Now, this box is made out of playing cards, but I want to tell you, if you make, if you were to have like Christmas cards, old Christmas cards, and you cut out, you need 21 playing cards. And so if you have 21 pieces of the same, of not the same, any kind of, you can make a whole box and it's all Christmassy inside and out. But anyway, we're going to go with this. But I just want to show you how I do this. And this here has been on many videos. So I sure am not new at this one. And in fact, I have a lady friend up in Canada, Angela. She had all different sizes of playing card boxes. So she made all different sizes of boxes, and they just fit all one inside the other. I remember when she showed me that all them years ago. I thought that was quite amazing. Now on here I used, like here I got cards. These were from the Sun Cruise Casino. And I think once they use a deck of cards, then they drill a hole through the whole deck so that card can't be used again. But then they sell them or give them away or something. So I used some Sun Cruise Casino cards, and then, see, because I got all different kinds. Oh, and then these were Bally's Casino. Anyway, I think from Vegas. And again, see, they'll do that. They'll punch a hole in there, or they'll so they don't use it over again. They'll sometimes cut the corners off. But there's so many. I got game cards in here. You could use, 21 game cards, and you could use, just so they just have to be all the same. This one is, these are Russian cards. Got some Russian stuff on there. I got like gobs and gobs of cards. This is only like a part of them. But anyway, we're going to go with these. Now this is what you need. You need to have, let's see, how will I do this? I think I'm going to use one of each of these. This is from the French Quarter in New Orleans. And this one's from Chicago. So this is going to be my Chicago Orleans box. So, but I'm going to have all the outside showing. But on this one, I had some of the outside, some of the insides of the cards. I don't know which is the outside. Back, front, But that's what I did. Okay, so this is what you do. You need to make first the 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, top, bottom, adds all up to 6. And yes, Papa, are you coming here to bother me? Oh, you're just kissing me on top of my head. Okay, you go to the rear room.
Watch NCIS video.
I'm gonna be making me a little box.
Tell your friends I said hi.
I'll tell you my friends you said hi to. Papa said hi to you guys. Okay, so this comes from Delta Airlines. This one here from Chicago. I know that because I just read that on there. Okay, so see what I did? I just wrapped that around so it's kind of equal on either side. So that's how that's folded then. Then I want the other one wrapped around the same way. And so, and then I use a little bone folder, although this one's not made out of bone. And then I wrap it around this same way. And so there you got, now you have a perfect square. But what you want to do now with that perfect square is you want to put this little short end here into that folded end right here. See? Little short end into that folded, see? So then all of those tabs that you just folded over are on the inside. So see, I've got one image on the outside of one on the other outside, on one outside and the other outside. Okay, so that I'm going to do that with all 6 of these. I need to make 6 of these things. So I guess I should have just folded up 5 of them already and then just made the 6th one. But I don't work like that. I see some people are so organized and they think about things before they don't think about things. So I'm just going to fold that over, and get that straight as you can there, because if you make them like all crooked, which this one's a little bit crooked, then it doesn't work quite as gorgeous, you know. It still works, so you just gotta just jumble it in there. So, but you want to try and have the same amount out on. Well, you know what? I have that pretty crooked. Let me just see if I can fix that. Get it a little straighter. Just a little straighter. Okay, it's straighter now. It's good enough. Good enough for horseshoes. Let me see. So then we're going to go here. Now, there we go. And just fold them. Just fold them, smash them. And you take them apart and do that again. See, you got those 2 folded insides. And there you go. See, folded in. Put the fold in inside the fold in. Put the fold in inside the fold in. And that just holds it together. There we go. I have 2. 2 of my walls are built. If I was building a house, boy, this would be great. I'd be almost done with my house. But you can use these boxes for anything. Like if you just anything, you know. Out of an old deck of cards, just get a deck of cards for every dart. All the cards I have, I got from thrift shop. And because we have a good thrift shop here in our area, St. Vincent de Paul, which they do have those kind of thrift shops around the world, or maybe the world, but around the United States, because they're run by Catholic charities, and the money that they raise, they use for helping others. So I like to shop there, and their prices are good. So, but I always like to look to see what kind of cards they have. Usually they have cards, but a lot of people tries to buy them up quickly because then they sell them one card at a time. That's pretty funny. It's not funny. I mean, if, you know, there's some people that need to do that. But I just buy the whole deck, of course, and then I mess it up with like this. But see, here we go again. I got 3 sides, so now I'm going to go 4, and I need to stop saying bad things about people, which I didn't really say any bad things about people, but there are some playing card collectors, and they like to, and they have books and books and books of different playing cards, but they only have like 1 or 2 of each card, of each deck, because it's the backs is what they save and collect. And so, and a lot of them are very collectible. I think that's pretty cool. Everybody collects something different. But I don't collect cards for collecting. I just get cards to use for crafting. And so, are you back again, Papa?
Yeah.
What brings you back?
Well, I just going to tell you I'll come out late to get my backpack filled.
Oh, okay.
I love you, darling.
I love you too, darling. Are you coming to kiss me on top of my head again?
Yep.
Just kiss me on top of my head. I love that guy. He had a birthday yesterday. Well, I think you all know that because I always tell everybody. And he had a good birthday. He got a lot of.
Yes, I did.
He got a lot of toys. We got some Legos.
A lot of fun.
His granddaughter gave him some Legos, and we're gonna play with them. They make Pokemon characters. We haven't played with them yet. We just looked at them, but we're gonna put them together. It's like a little puzzle of little Pokemon characters. I'm telling you. When you're 78 years old, you don't need no dish drainers or nothing. One time, that's all I wanted for Christmas was a dish drainer. I remember that. That's been about 20 years ago. I didn't get a dish drainer that year, but I wanted one. Okay, so here we go with this one. And then do I need one more? Let me see. I'm going to hope to get the, like these here, I got two different decks. I got to make sure both decks are the same size, because some decks aren't exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to make one more. Some aren't exactly the same size. Well, you want to have your cards exactly the same size, because some, like, look at these here. See this and this, how much wider this one is than this one? They wouldn't work. You'd have a total fail if you did it that way. So you got to make sure, if you're using different decks of cards, that you have the same size cards, same size decks. And so, yeah, just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And so, yeah, so that's all I have to say about that. Now, there we go. Now I have the 6 sides. Okay, so now I've used up 12 of the cards. So I need 21 cards, because you need a bunch. So you could only make 2 boxes out of a whole deck of cards. Okay, there we go. Now, so now I got my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels. There we go. Now what I'm going to need is the pieces. You know, I wonder if I have any ugly cards that are the same size. If I have some ugly cards, because now these ones that I folded in half are not going to show. Oh, there's some of them that they cut the corners off. West Virginia. Oh, man. I guess I don't have any ugly cards. What is this one? Florida. Oh, God, I got to save them. Okay, so anyway, we're going to use some of these. But I need to now fold 9 in half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there we go. I got 9 in it. I use these Velveeta boxes. These are the most bestest boxes for size-wise to store stuff in. Okay, now I'm going to fold all of these cards right half in two. All these 9. Okay, they're just going to be folded in half. Now, see, these ones here are not going to show. So I'm almost thinking that if you just got some, it got some paper, like cardstock, you know, or something. But since this is for making out of cards, I'm using cards. But I would think, if you want to save cards, then these 9 pieces you could make just out of cardstock. You have, if you have used greeting cards and you don't use the front side, I mean, you use the front image part for some crafty thing, and then you have the back piece that's got the writing on it and stuff, you might want to just throw that one away. Well, that's something that you could use out of these 9, because these 9 are not going to show. But see, they're pretty, so because I don't like that they're going to be hidden in there. Okay, so what we're going to do is fold all these in half. I already said that. Okay, we're folding that in half. And there. Now we got all these ones folded in half. 9 of them. So now what we do is we want to put the walls up first. Now, so since I'm going to use, this is going to be inside the box. These are going to be outside the box. Or do I want to? Yeah, that's the way I'm going to do. I could go where I could have it go this way. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I'll have it to where it's okay. So what I'm going to do now is now I take that half a card, the folded one, and I'm going to put that in there in like this, and then I'm going to take this piece and see, these are buildings too in Chicago. This is buildings in that other place, New Orleans. Okay, and so and we'll put another one here, and you're building your sides first. Get those sides built first, and then I'm going to put another New Orleans up there. It's got a little horse. That's cool. And then here again, see, this is what I say. You won't see these ones that are like this. That's why if you want to save, you know, you could use like a little chipboard or something. And then here I'm going to, now that's going to have all them going that way. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I was just thinking, that's okay. Everything's okay. Okay, and then your last piece of your folded in half goes in here, and the other side in here. There. And now we got all the sides. Now we need a top and a bottom. When you look inside, you can see that the buildings will be sideways, but that's okay. It's all right. Now I want to make the bottom. So now we take another piece for the bottom. I think I want this on the inside of the bottom. So Chicago is going to have to be on the way bottom. So now I'm going to put 4 of these cards into the bottom, into the floor of my box. Doesn't matter which way or nothing, because like I say, them 4 are hidden. They're hidden in there. Hidden in there. Okay, see? So there. Now that's the floor. So see, you got the floor. And then these 4 flaps coming up. But we're not going to see those flaps because now, okay, I got to turn this over because this is the bottom. Now I'm going to take those 4 flaps that are flapping out there, and they're going to be tucked inside. See, because once you fold them, every one of them have got that little space in there. So now I'm just going to tuck all 4 of those flaps inside. This one here gets a little fiddly. We put that, we don't mind fiddly though, because we got all the time in the world. And like I say, there's 6 jillion videos to show how to do these boxes. And I just feel special today, so I figured I could do it. So, and, oops, that one didn't go in right. I can see that one just didn't go in right. My one side just kind of cheated. I'm going to pull that back out of there. See, you don't glue this. I mean, you can if you want to, but you sure don't need to. Okay, now I got to push that back in there because I didn't have it exactly correct. Now I have it exactly correct. See, I could see that one flap in there because I had it inside there somehow. But see, now I can see inside it. Now all you have is one piece and one square and one hinge. Maybe these are hinges. And so I want to put this in here, put a hinge in there, and put that one to the back of your box. And tuck it in there. And just tuck that little booger in there. And look at there. There's the box. There's how it opens. You can see inside the box all the images in there. Now, if you were even to have like a beautiful piece of you know, you get them 12 by 12 papers and they're double-sided and they're just beautiful. They wouldn't even have to be double-sided, would they? No, because you're only going to see one side. But you could cut those And as long as you have them all the same size, then you can build this. So it doesn't have to be cards. It can be any kind of paper as long as you cut the 21 pieces all the same size. Especially the walls and the floor and the ceiling. This is the ceiling. Um, have to be the same size of a rectangle, and you can make this out of it. Then when you make the hinge parts, if they're not exactly the same size, just so long as they fold in half and tuck in, they would have to be the same width as your box is. But isn't that pretty? And you can use that for anything, and then you can glue a little knob on the bottom. You can put 4 knobs at the bottom and have legs and put a little knob at the top. And you could glue those together if you want it to be more like stable. You could glue them because see they do like gap a little bit open like that. And if you were to want to, you could glue that in there if you want to. If you want to. Okay, so now I'm going to just have to read you another little short story. Excuse me, yeah? Yeah, no, not mine. Wait a minute, let me pause this for a second. I just realized I never did unpause this video. I never did unpause this video after I paused it when my daughter come in, and so I don't know where it stopped. I think I finished the box. I don't know. Well, just because of that, I'm reading another story. I don't know where I messed up. I'm gonna I just realized I didn't unpause. Because I paused it when my daughter come in and she was leaving to go get some fish from Captain D's, and she wondered if I wanted a piece of fish. I said, "Hey, yeah, buddy, I want a piece of fish." And so then, and there's Papa. Hello, Papa.
I have a real quick question.
Okay, a quick question.
Have you seen the movie black things on the...
Yes, I have.
Are those termites?
No, them ain't termites. Them are fruit flies. We have fruit flies, you guys. They're not termites, though. Okay, I'll take care of them. I'll take care of them in just a minute.
Well, I can do it. I just don't know what to do with them.
What to do with them?
Spray them with something?
I'll take care of them when I go in there. Yeah. I just kind of wash them off and send them down the drain. Okay. Okay, you guys. We have a lot of interruptions from family in this family. So I'm going to find, like I was saying, and I don't know if it filmed, I don't think so, but I just bought these 4 books from Thrift Books. And it was Chicken Soup for the Golden Soul. And that's heartwarming stories about people 60 and over. This one is Chicken Soup for the Soul, Angels Among Us, inspirational stories of miracles, faith, and answered prayers. This one is Think Positive, inspirational stories about counting your blessing and having positive attitude. And then this one, stories of faith, hope, devotion, faith, and miracles. I think I wanna do a Think Positive. So I already read one, but I don't think it filmed because I think I forgot to unpause it. If I didn't unpause it, then you're just going to hear 2 stories. So I'm just going to find a short story that's only like, they're all short stories, you know, but I want to find one that's only like 2 pages long. Just let me just find, okay, getting old gratefully. Just a minute, hang on, you guys, just. Thank you, Mr. Flagman. That's only 2 pages, so I can do that one. Thank you, Mr. Flagman. it isn't our position, but our disposition what makes us happy. There was one of them fruit flies. The long line of rush hour traffic snaked its way down the rain-slick street as I glanced nervously at my watch. 5:30. It was the third time this week I'd been late picking up my children, and the babysitter would be unhappy. Well, she'll just have to be unhappy, I told myself. Being late couldn't be helped. Nothing had gone right all day, from the dead battery in the car this morning to the secretary's absence throwing the whole office out of kilter. This traffic jam, excuse me, seemed to be the perfect ending to a horrible day. All I wanted to do to get home and collapse in a tub full of hot, soapy water and enjoy some peace and quiet, but I knew the kids would be clamoring for supper the minute we walked in the door. And I left the house in such a mess this morning that I really needed to do something about it before my husband got home. Then after supper, there'd be dishes to wash and tomorrow's lunches to pack and a load of laundry that really shouldn't be put off another day. After that, all I feel like doing is falling into bed. And just like every other night, I sighed softly. I sighed loudly, though there was no one to hear. Lately, my life seemed nothing more than a never-ending cycle of chores, work, and sleep, with nothing to break the monotony but weekends filled with more chores. Surely there was more living than this. Guess I was more to living than this. I guess I was simply too busy and too tired to look for it. And then I saw him. The lone flagman was standing, barely visible, but for his blaze orange vest in the middle of the street, patiently directing 4 lanes of traffic as they merged into one. But there was something unusual about this flagman. As I edged my car toward waiting my turn to pass, I realized what it was. Standing in the midst of dozens of impatient motorists, soaked to the skin and getting more drenched with every icy mud puddle splashed on him, he was smiling. And at every driver that passed, he not only smiled, but he waved. Not many waved back, but some did. A lot of them smiled. As I sat waiting my turn in my warm, dry car, I began to feel ashamed. If this man, who did nothing all day but watch one car after another go by, could stand in the cold rain hour after monotonous hour and still have a friendly gesture for every single person who passed, what right did I have to complain about my life? I thought again about what lay ahead of me tonight. A snug house, a plenty of good food needing only to be prepared, and most of all, a caring husband and children who I loved more than anything in the world. And tomorrow I had the opportunity to use my skills and intelligence to perform useful, important work. What kind of life did I have? An absolutely wonderful one. It was finally my turn to pass the flagman. And if on cue, we waved at each other. Thank you, I mouthed through the window. He smiled and nodded, and I drove on. Spirits lifted, attitude changed, and in the rearview mirror, I could see him raising his hand in greeting to every car that passed. That was written by Jenny Ivy. And isn't that wonderful? Just a smile. Just a smile. And oh my goodness, it not only heals your own soul, makes you feel good, but that might be the only smile somebody gets in a whole day. So I'm going to cut it off here, and I'm going to ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make. Keep you safe and sound and happy and healthy and humble. And I will see you with a smile at the next video. God bless.